Hey, it's Caden. Welcome back. If you have one of these, you probably also have one of these if you haven't changed it from the factory. This is the stock FM AM radio that comes in most of these Suzuki and JDM K imports, and they're really pretty simple. All they are is a basic FM AM radio, and the speaker is actually built just in the front right there. Now the problem with these is not the sound quality. They sound okay for what they are. It's not terrible. The frequency range is I'll put it on the screen here, but it's about 76 to 100 FM, so you're only going to get a pretty small bandwidth of all the channels. A really easy solution I've found is converting it to one of these Amazon radios. I paid about $30 for this one, and let me show you what the process is. So once we get in here, it's really a pretty easy job. I think it took me maybe 20 minutes to install this radio and have it working. The radio, it's just a normal single-DIN radio. There's really nothing about it, and it's even quicker than a normal radio install because there's no speaker wires to hook up. So let's show you how it works. To start off here, the easiest way to get the old radio out is looking at the center console here. Just beneath the radio, you'll see mine's actually missing the screw, but there should be a Phillips head screw right in there. Oh, here's the screw. It looks like mine didn't put it back in. But just pull that screw out, and once you pull that screw out, you should be able to just kind of grab this whole tray right here, and it's gonna pop right out. You'll see there's just a couple of plastic tabs on the top and bottom, and that screw just kind of hooks up right there to the back. Now I've already installed this new radio. Looking at the old one, it looks like there's a lot going on. You can see I actually only had 3 wires hooked up to the old one here. There's 2 power wires and a wire going to the ignition, and then of course you have your antenna wire going in there. So all these extra wires are if you have other speakers in the car you're wanting to hook it up to, which I don't. You could use those, and they're color coded for that. The new radio is even simpler. You don't need a wiring harness or anything. I just cut the wires where the old connections were, and you guys can pause it here if your wire colors do line up. I kind of doubt they do, just because it looks like my wiring harness has been modified. But the radio itself has 2 AV wires if you wanted to go to an external amp or something like that, and then mine just has the 2 ignition and power wire on here, and then the 1 radio wire doesn't even plug into the radio. It just hooks on right to this connector here. So you can see it's a really simple install as far as the wiring goes. The actual radio will come with this metal tray, and I don't even think I took mine out of the tray. The metal tray will slide in here, and you'll have these metal tabs depending on your fit that you can just bend over under the plastic. I just used a flathead screwdriver and went around and bent as many as I could to get a tight fit there. Now the only ones that you won't want to bend or mess with are these here on the sides, because those are actually holding the radio in. So once the radio is installed in the tray, it's just a matter of turning it on, making sure it works before you put it all back together, and then make sure everything's put back in there, and you can just simply push it right in. Like I said, that screw hasn't even been in mine and hasn't been an issue, but if you do have that, go ahead and install it again. You can see it doesn't have the brightest screen on it. It's adequate, but just barely. You have 2 speakers in the front of the radio. There's my tool. You have 2 speakers in the front of the radio. Your volume knob is right here. You can see it adjusting the screen in the middle. Looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different channels, and I actually haven't played around with it too much so far. I haven't been able to find a scan function on it. You can seek between stations and skip songs if you're on Bluetooth with these buttons. It does have a clock and an aux port. You also have a USB import and a micro SD. The USB import is really inadequate. It doesn't charge my phone. I think it could just be the amperage of the radio. So really just strictly for music input. Mostly I use this radio in either FM mode or I'll use it in Bluetooth mode, which it's in now. To connect to the Bluetooth is really straightforward. You just go to Bluetooth, it pops up on your phone, nothing special, no special pairing modes. So let's go ahead and I'll play a song here and let you see how it sounds, at least compared to my... Obviously it's a really small speakered radio. I can still hear it just fine on the highway. It sounds a lot better than it looks, and I think it's a great solution for $30. So let's go ahead and play a song. I'll go ahead and go to FM mode here.
Every time a blessing's coming to me, the devil tried to make me turn away. I
won't stay too long. So yeah, there it is. I didn't want to stay too long on one song just because I don't want to get any copyright infringements here on this video. But if the video helped, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate your guys' support so far. Right now I'm at 903 subscribers. I need to get to 1,000 to meet my goal here. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. I have a really great video doing a full review on this van. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out. If you want to buy this radio, check down in the description. I have the same exact one I bought off of Amazon. It has a link that's personalized to me. It doesn't cost you any more, but I will get a small kickback on that just to help make this channel at least try to break even. I'm definitely not making any money, but thanks a lot for watching.